Franz Kafka was born into a Jewish family on July 3, 1883, in Prague, what is now the capital of the Czech Republic. Franz Kafka is the son of Julia and Hermann Kafka, as well as the oldest of 6, consisting of 2 brothers and 3 sisters. Kafka was harshly struck with reality when tragically his 2 brothers George and Heinrich died in infancy, by the time Kafka was 6. From despair to darkness, Kafka was outcasted by his parents and the city of Prague. Kafka began to write short stories and keep journals of himself at the early age of 8. His mother was scarcely around Kafka and lacked the intellectual capability to appreciate Kafka's writings. His father was the tyrant figure in the house, the short temper, often telling his kids the poverty he faced as a child. Since Kafka's first language was German, he tended to favor German culture despite his Czech background and Jewish roots. He attended the Elfstadter Staatsgymnasium, a high school for the academic elite. Kafka later attended the Charles Ferdinand University of Prague, where his purpose was to study chemistry. Only 2 weeks later, he decided chemistry wasn't for him and switched his focus onto law. Because of that decision, it gave Kafka time for art and literature classes. In 1906, Kafka completed his law degree and became a law clerk intern. Kafka excelled as an employee at an insurance agency, but was demanded a long and tiring schedule that had no room for literature. Kafka soon quit, but fortunately was accepted by the Workers' Accident Insurance Institute for a Kingdom of Bohemia, which fit him a nice schedule for his writing. In those years, Kafka married and remarried his girlfriend, Felice Bauer. In 1912, Kafka published his most popular and best-selling book, The Metamorphosis. The Metamorphosis is about an ordinary individual named Gregor Samsa, waking up suddenly as an insect, trying desperately to make sense of himself and overcome his situation. Later being disowned and starved to death by his family, Kafka, like most writers, connects the characters from his life into his story. Kafka found ways to incorporate his father as the antagonist into the stories as well as his dark, depressive past life. He published many more after, including Mediation, Before a Law, The Judgment, speaking directly towards the relationship he shared with his father, America, about a boy who was forced to America because he got a girl pregnant at the age of 16. Kafka and Bauer split up in 1917, later finding his second love, Dora Diamond, a year later, who also shared his Jewish roots. Kafka was struck with tuberculosis in 1918. Eventually their love revolved around his illness. They returned to Prague to recover from his illness until he died on June 3, 1924. He was buried beside his parents in Prague's new Jewish cemetery in Olszanske. Long after his death, Kafka's work lives on thanks to his dearest friend Max Brod, who published Kafka's unpublished stories even against Kafka's saying to never to reveal it. Unfortunately, Kafka never received more than a silver award for his stories, as well as never reaching the amount of fame and recognition he desired. Not until after his death did his novels receive the attention Kafka deserved.